Akanksha, I am
Yeah.
so gutted to see you leave. This is absolutely devastating, and I'm sure as much as we're feeling it, you're feeling it too. But great to have you on Filme Shilmy. Look, I think it's been very up and down. I feel like it's been a blast from the past for you. You've kind of done stuff which I'm sure you're not proud of on the show, but at the same time, you've had your reasoning behind it. I think if you were to give a summary of your experience on the show, do you kind of feel like you wish things were better for you in terms of, people understanding you more? And why do you think people didn't understand you more?
I think for me personally, there were a few things that I wanted people to address. Like, for example, when Shreya said things about my character, like slut shaming and everything happening outside, the entire scenario with me, Yogesh, and his ex. She said a lot of things about my family, about my upbringing, and how that I am faking about my family background and everything. I think those were a lot more bigger statements and issues that were not addressed. And just because I threw water on someone's bed, which was obviously very wrong, but that got addressed so much. And I think the entire the first 10 days of her poking and constantly instigating me was like not shown. So I think that was something that I was a little disappointed by. But I obviously made a lot of mistakes, and I have accepted those mistakes. And I think, for example, spilling water on Madhuri ji's bed and spilling water on someone's food, that's unka apman. So I think those were the things that I'm not really proud of. But I was instigated to a point that that side of mine came out. And but I'm trying to be a better human. I have learned from my mistakes, and this is what I would like to tell my fans as well, that it's okay to make mistakes. I also made a lot of them, but accept them and learn from them, and yeah, just move on with your life. Don't just be stuck on one thing. But I think just because that one instance where I threw the water threw water on her bed, that got so much. Uh, but I mean, the amount of trolling and hatred I got from that particular episode. Um, I think people were actually waiting for me to make mistake. It felt like that people were waiting कि आकांक्षा एक गलती कर दे, uh, and we
Hmm.
will behind her. And that's what happened. Outside the show, I saw ki a lot of people, a lot of people from the industry as well, and a lot of people who I thought were my friends were against me, and that showed that people really wanted me to not do well on the show. I think apart from that, I did play a very good game. I I I think I had this thing in my mind before going in. I thought that I was a little insecure because there were a lot of big names coming to the show, like Ram Sir and Sunita Ma'am, and I was a little like, uh, I don't want to look like a
Hmm.
kid in front of them. I don't want to be, I don't want to look like a shadow. So the only strategy that I had in my mind was to be real and show all of my real sides, like anger, fun loving, the kiddish personality that I have, the jokes here and there that I made with Leila, our little banter and everything. So I gave a mix of all of them. uh, but I think somewhere I did feel that uh, my things, like for example, the things that I said the about ruining someone's career and this and that, those were addressed in a very different way that I wanted them to be. But yeah, I think that's life. That's I don't have a control on all of that. So I'm
That's
pretty
what.
much, I'm very like satisfied with my journey, but it was, I did not expect me to not be in the finale. That is the only thing that I regret.
Yeah. Definitely no. You were so close to it, and you've been like that. I mean, look, I think you've had your life experiences, and that's what Lock Up has been about. It's about owning your truth as it was. Um, but I think now that you've had this experience, I think it's quite obvious that you would want your Gish to win for the show. But
Yeah.
besides, I mean, and obviously this whole beef that you've had with Shreya on the show, I think number one, do you think you can actually do you feel like it's kind of become a bit civil than what it was before you entered the show? Now that you've had your experience throughout the journey, you've understood where both of you come from, actually, the perspectives and the life situations both of you come from. That, and I think now that you've had Lock Up on Netflix, it's such a big platform, such a big show. Are you kind of done with reality shows now as well?
Um, I am. I'm not done with reality shows. I mean, it gives me the kick. Not gonna lie, I really love taking stand and fighting, and I love that. I love when my feisty side is shown. So I think if I have an opportunity, I will definitely do it. But right now, I my focus is on acting. I want to be an actor. That was my whole plan when I entered the pageant industry, when I entered the reality show industry. I think my entire game plan was to get into acting, and now uh, I want to focus on that. So I'm gonna train. I want to get trained, and I will do a lot of workshops, and yeah, hopefully be on Netflix again, but this time in a web series or like a movie or something. I think things are a little too ugly. I don't think any of us would like to sort things at the moment. I heard her saying something along the lines that she would never like to see my face outside the show, and I think I want to say likewise.
Oh dear.
I think I'm good. I have my set of people that I want to go back to when things are hard. I don't really want to interact with that anymore.
Okay, right. Well, on that very dramatic note, thank you so much, Akanksha, and thank you for participating on Netflix and on
Thank you.
Lockup. Thank you very much for joining us on Filme Shilmy. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was lovely. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you.